I had to go back and look just to see. 3 months and a day ago, we started Cabela's Outdoor Adventures, and today we're finally going to complete the entire game. We have 4 missions and 3 contests yet to do, and the first 2 contests are like shooting contests, so we're going to start with a mission, and I don't even know where we left off. Apparently Kerr County, and this one is going to be take 1 javelina and 1 axis deer buck. We got to use the rattling antlers, which I don't think we've used, and they're giving us 4 hours, so that shouldn't be a big deal. We'll have to go and buy those, but no weapon restrictions at least. And I'm looking forward to seeing if we can somehow best the axis buck from last time. I think we shot a 140.
Let's get out there.
And that was for that mission where we basically had to get bigger than a 125. So maybe we can get lucky with the spawns, because we've definitely done better than some of those where they actually spawned a specific animal to beat that score. So we'll see, but the axis deer objective was first. Gotta use the rattling antlers, and I'm gonna guess they don't want us to use like a tripod or anything, because every time we do, we just end up mission failing. We actually might be onto something with that back buck there. I haven't seen any with like that 3rd tine up top. So I'm gonna guess that we don't just have to use the rattling antlers. I bet we need to actually get him attracted to the call. Like everything we've seen with, say, the Trophy Legend Fallow mission, where he actually had to interact with the feeder, or the Bighorn mission, where he had to actually like drink from the water. I think we need this guy coming in. He's kind of close to us. He's turning and coming our way. I really don't want him to spook, because I'm pretty sure we do have his attention, and we can't really hide better than we are. So once we have any kind of clear shot, that guy's coming in too. I just want to actually be able to see. That one just spooked. I think we're just going to take him there. I want to see what he scores though. And I think autoclaim's stuck on 112 only. He's a non-typical, which I don't think we've had before, a 5x4. But guess he's not actually that big. Well, anyway, I think as far as the javelina, we just got to kill one, so that shouldn't be a big deal. We just hunted these guys so much in the last video for that mission that it's pretty easy now, knowing how they work, to get in range. That almost could be believable for a 338 to hit a little javelina like that and get him to just sort of fly a couple of feet, but all we had to do was sort of chase him over here and then make the shot. I think we got one bigger last time, so
great effort out there.
No high scores here, but at least we got that mission done. And we unlocked a 280 pump action rifle. Let's just switch to that for the last missions, because I mentioned it last time, a lot of you guys were asking about using other rifles, so
come on in.
I think we'll give that a shot.
As you can see, we have only the best stuff available.
So we did have to skip one mission because it requires a handgun, and we'll go back to that one, but this one we gotta find the Coues deer's water source, set up a tripod, and then take a Coues deer buck. It doesn't say anything about it actually drinking. I bet it has to because of the bighorn, but we'll go and sight in our 280, and then we'll give that a shot. And I think for this one, we'll probably try to sight it in dead on. That looks way low, but I'm kind of figuring that we're going to want to set up fairly close. And then if we do, we definitely don't want to miss that shot if we get one to drink, so let's try that. I think that's a little high now, so we'll kind of go for the middle, maybe around like 35 on the elevation. And if we try that one more time, a little left, but that's about where we need it. Now it says we gotta find their water source. There's a lake right there. Is there any others? Yeah, way up there in the corner. I think the first thing we're gonna do is just shoot a Coues deer buck near water just to see. And if we fail that mission, that's fine. But I just want to know if it requires like them to actually drink again like the bighorn. So that buck's not even that far away. I want to see what'll happen. And I'm not even sure where to set the tripod, because if they do gotta drink, and if he starts walking this way, we might give him the chance to. We gotta let him get close enough to the water, so maybe like up on that side. There's not a lot of super flat areas we could do it. We might have ourselves a pretty good setup right now. He's walking over there as if he is gonna drink, and I can't imagine that he's gonna end up too close to us to where he spooks. Especially the fact that we're in a tripod, so if that's what he's gonna go do, this mission might not be too bad. I'm pretty sure at least that that's what he's gonna do. So it's just gonna be a matter of hopefully getting to see him do it. He's gonna drink right there. And then actually making a shot. So let's try this. We'll go high in the shoulder. And that's that. I thought that could be as bad as the Bighorn mission, but 190 drop tines goose deer 6x6. I saw one sticker on one side that wasn't on the other, so he must be extra uneven.
Great
But
effort out
that
there.
was not bad. I really thought it was gonna take a lot longer than that, and that's a really good thing because the next mission I mentioned that we have to use a handgun for is not gonna be a whole lot of fun. That is one that we looked at some point. We gotta shoot 12 beavers with a handgun. I don't know if there's anything else other than kill and claim before shooting the next, but with the auto claim, that's not going to be a big deal. So this is probably going to be a little annoying, but maybe they won't be that bad. Oh, it has to be under an hour as well. That'll definitely add to it, but we have the 500 Magnum. If we have to kill all these, we might as well use the biggest weapon possible. And there was a mission like this in Alaskan Adventures for maybe like 6 of them. So if they're similar, and the games were made around the same time, they shouldn't run that fast, and we should be able to kind of just scoot in close and get our shot off that way. I don't even remember, and I should have looked, how our 500 Magnum sighted in, but I guess we can learn that as we go. Odd place to encounter the first, in a cornfield of all places. But if it's just like that, it won't be too bad. That was the most annoying mission that we've had to do this entire time.
Great effort out there.
So, I was running around thinking, like, I didn't understand why they make these kind of missions, because, like I said, there's one like that in Alaskan Adventures, and it turns out I was wrong about the time scale. So that 1 hour it gave us was basically 15 minutes, and you probably saw in the little montage there that we used the ATV for a decent amount of that, and we didn't finish with a ton of spare time. I think there was maybe 4 or 5 real minutes to go. So that wasn't a lot of fun, but anyway, we're on to 2 of the 3 contests, and I'm curious what this trophy counter is. It says that with a rifle we gotta take down as many deer as we can, and then we're gonna get moved to another location, so I'm guessing it's gonna be like where deer just run in front of us, but we'll get our 338 maybe, and give that a shot. Okay. Apparently they just spawn right in front of us.
Nice one.
And then when we hit them, they straight up disappear. And it said it was going to move us at the end of the time, so I guess we get 15 seconds and we try to just hit what we can. If we're quick there right at the beginning, we can get a shot off at the ones that haven't spooked. I can't believe we hit that. I don't know what score we're going for, but as long as we reload in the last couple of seconds there, this shouldn't be that bad.
Bullseye.
Not sure if we're going to be able to get all 3 here. Or maybe even 2. How are we even supposed to... I couldn't have hit that if I wanted to. Spawn that close to us. Can we get that as well?
Yeah, baby. Bullseye.
I should have looked at what score we needed for this,
Your
just
shot
to
is
know
really improved.
what we're going for. Is that it? Thought it was going to take longer. I guess we got first place. Well, alright. I thought that might take forever, because there was one we did like that in Alaskan Adventures that took a lot longer. Archery contest, let's actually look and see. Target scores 6,000 points. I hope the points come along quickly. We'll get our bow then and go and do that one, and then that's the last non-hunt left in the entire game at this point. So it says to shoot at target 1 here.
Right on target.
Oh, this is going to be like the one rifle contest we did. As long as we're right in the bullseye, it's 500. That one was a little off. I don't know if that was
Right through the
us, but it seems like being a little left is good. And then probably
Again.
after one more of these, it's going to go
Nice
a
one.
bit farther. And the question is, does that actually matter? Oh, we have to confirm our position first. So we can like take a practice shot, essentially.
Lead.
It's actually good to know, but feels like that's kind of cheating.
Take that.
As long as we're even in that center ring,
Right through the center.
actually right there's going to pretty much have us good.
Good shooting.
Because it looks like there's only the 3 different targets. That's got us to 6,000. Actually, we might even get to 7,000. I can't hardly see where we're hitting.
Excellent. You passed.
6750 though. And that's that. I really thought those were going to take a lot longer, but that was not bad. So then for contest, I think we just have the one left, and that's the red deer one, which I want to do last. So we're on to our final 2 missions then. Actually, I think I counted wrong. We're on to our final mission. We have to take a weasel, a Roosevelt elk, which we haven't got to shoot off this map yet, and a red deer under 50 yards with the muzzleloader. Shouldn't be a big deal, so we'll just get set up and go. So we may have a bit of an issue with this mission. I want to try this again. We gotta get a weasel. Every time that we've shot one, they fall through the ground and can't be claimed. And the fact that the mini-map is showing it still just like purple and not blue probably means the same exact thing just happened. It turned blue. Maybe we're good now.
This one goes on the high scores list.
It still took a while, but we were supposed to do the red deer first. It seems like when that glitch happens, it at least does make the weasel the first objective. So now we gotta go and get a red deer stag, but I'm glad that wasn't actually gonna keep us from completing this last mission. So we actually gotta go and shoot a decent red deer anyway for the last contest. So I'm not worried about the size of the stag, but I think a good indication of how close we are is the mini-map. Once the icon kind of gets a little closer to us, I think we're guaranteed under 50. It just did that. So we'll get that guy. And the last thing we need is the Roosevelt elk. And the way that the weasels were, we're definitely going to be careful to make sure we're within 50. That was a little 4x4 stag. But I saw a pretty good bull run past us. Hopefully we can get him, and I wanted to try to focus on getting a good one. I'm not sure if this was better than what we shot on Washington County, but at this point, with the mission being a little bit weird, if we can definitely get within 50 of a solid bull, we're just going to go for that. So I think I kind of have a plan, and I think it's kind of going to work to make sure we're within 50 here. Gotta make the shot. But, yeah, that guy was kind of not cooperating and just wanted to always spook. I don't think that's bigger than what we got on Washington County.
This trophy can go back to deer country.
Does that mean it's a high score or not?
One more mission under your belt.
Because it's going to be on a different level. But, yeah, interesting way to do the final mission. So we're going back to that map for the red deer in a minute. I want to see, because actually, at this point, every space in the trophy lodge should be filled. But does it put the elk actually up here with the red deer then? It does. And honestly, he's pretty similar size, so I still think we got a good one. But let's go and do that final contest. And I don't know what weapon we got to use, but it is for a red deer that's going to score over 400. I know we have one already. Actually, it's the muzzleloader, so we can just head straight in. And yeah, hopefully we can actually get a high score, but our trophy legend red deer was definitely over 400, so it's going to depend on how far over 400 it is. Well, I would say that's probably the stag we're supposed to shoot, and as far as I can tell, there's only 2 on the map, and it's not much of a difficult decision, so we'll grab our muzzleloader if he's just going to stand there broadside. Let's see if we can get a chest shot. And it didn't fail us, so it's got to be over 400 then. 438. I'm surprised that's a stomach zone shot, because I felt like we were right there in the shoulder. This guy is a 10x9, which I think is the same as our other. The question is that a high score, or is our Trophy Legend one better?
That score beats the experts.
Beats the experts, but I don't think that's a high score then. I think the one that we had with the bow is going to be a little bit bigger. There's an easy way to find out, though. It was just barely bigger. 442 is the one we shot with the compound bow, which was a 10x9. Then we have, if we go the right direction, that's a smaller one. That's one of the better ones. 383 10x9 that we shot with the 270. And the 438 10x9 that we shot with the muzzleloader. So I guess that's probably the biggest rack, and we got 3 of those. So not a bad deal. But there's our weasel there, and like I said, I think every slot in the lodge should be filled, and I don't want to just zip around through everything because it would get a little bit fast, I think. But as far as I can tell, everywhere we go, everything's filled, so that's cool to see. That's something I definitely never did as a kid, was fill everything. And to my knowledge, I never even got to that secret level there with the red deer, but that's going to be it. Apparently 2 stars now. I'm gonna assume that's missions and contests completed. Let's make sure everything's done. Scrolling through everything makes it seem that way, so maybe it's actually hunts and missions, because I feel like one of these stars has been around for a while. But yeah, that is Cabela's Outdoor Adventures completed, and I'm gonna miss this game. Like I said, 3 months that we've been doing this on Throwback Thursdays, and it's been fun to come back to it for one, but also to go further than I did as a kid and actually complete the game. It's really cool to do that, and I'm looking forward to doing that with more games in the future, including the one that we're going to be doing next week. I think it's going to be a lot of fun to jump into Deer Hunter 2005 season. I've mentioned that on stream a couple of times that that's what we're going to be doing. If you guys haven't heard it, that is going to be our next Throwback Thursday series, so should be fun. But anyway, that is going to do it for this video, so thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.